Welcome friends. Let us start online e-learning program. Because of Corona, we all knows that we are not able to come to school, and we teachers are not able to teach you in the classroom. So, with the help of these online medias, we are starting our journey of 12th science, online journey. Don't worry, whichever we are teaching here, if any difficulties, doubts, when you meet us, we will solve those all doubts. Second thing, if time permits us, we will revise syllabus as much as you wish, and as much as possible. So don't worry for syllabus and for teaching work. You should start your work from first lecture, first day, and with full attention. That is your duty, to learn these all things with full attention, not like just in a bed you are sleeping and watching this mobile. No, you have to sit properly. You have to sit in comfortable place, so that you can learn all things better. Not for chemistry only. These instructions are common for all subjects. All you can understand that without sitting properly, without sitting with attention, we cannot learn. And one more thing, that is homework. When you are coming to the school, we are providing you some homework. You are doing those homework and getting it next day. But here we change our concept. In physics, mostly Dharmendra sir, or maths, Parja sir can provide you some homework, some sums and some other things to solve. But for chemistry and biology, it is little bit tough. So we change our mind, we change the process. And our process is that whichever things I am teaching you here, that you need to read it from your book. Whenever any concept that you find you are not able to understand, underline it. Revise the video. Many times what happens? You will get the answer of those difficulty in video. Or sometimes you may get answer from your book also. So when you have answer, then clean this line. Remove this underline. So whenever necessary, underline any lines by pencils only, so we can remove that our doubts get solved. If not solved, we will solve you in shortly, because in 15 to 20 days or late by the next month, July, late. So those time will complete this doubt. Up to that time, we need to learn all chapters, all things by e-learning program, online media. So without discussing any more, we are just starting our topic. Our first topic, first chapter will be chapter number 15. Polymer. Of course, many polymers, so you can say polymers or polymer. Let us start with this chapter. Initially, I will teach you 3 chapters. Those 3 chapters are giving you lot of fun, lot of knowledge, lot of general knowledge. You can apply knowledge of this chapter anywhere, not only in chemistry, even in general life. You can apply this knowledge. So these chapters are like fun learning chapters. giving some information. So those all chapters are informative chapters that we are going to learn. Let us start with polymer. Do you know anything about polymer? What a polymer is? Have you any answer in your mind what a polymer is? Okay. In online program, when I will ask you question, I will take small rest, 2 seconds, 4 seconds. Meanwhile, you need to get answer in your mind. Here we are not in front of you so that we can ask you, hi, please answer me, what is answer of this? No. Here you have to get the answer in your mind, and afterwards when I explain, you have to match your answer with my explanation so that you automatically understand that how much you are right, what is the way of thinking for this chapter. Okay, so you have to continue your learning session with memorization of previous chapters, previous knowledge, whichever in your mind. Even as a general knowledge, as a book knowledge, then it, I think in 10th, you have learned something about polymer, two polymers, that is PVC and polyacrylonitrile PAN. Methods of manufacturing, polymerization method also you have learned for both of this. So, many times what happens, you may have some concept, or if not, you can read this chapter from book and then start learning of these lectures. Okay. So let us first have some idea about polymer. Polymers are a material which replaces many materials. For example, wood. Wood can be replaced by polymer. For example, PVC is a polymer. This polystyrene, this is a polystyrene material. This is another kind of polymer. Carry bag is another kind of polymer, it is polyethylene. Bisleri bottles, water bottles, thumbs up bottles, it is another kind of polymer, it is PET, polyethylene terephthalate. So these are the polymers. These are the polymers. We know that woods nowadays replaced by polymers. Do you know that? For our bathroom, latrine, doors may be made up of polymer. Due to wet condition, wood can be destroyed. So we are using polymer doors there. Then metals also replaced by polymer. Metal chairs replaced by plastic chairs, we know that. Wood chairs replaced by plastic chair. Metal bodies, metal is also useful in automobile industry. But nowadays we know that many things in automobiles made up of polymers, plastics and other polymers. Rubber is also one kind of polymer. Rubber. Okay, in short, what I want to say, this is important class of chemicals. It is useful in many places, so it is necessary to learn more and more about polymers. This word, how it is made up? Poly means multiple. Poly એટલે વધારે, એકથી વધુ. Poly means multiple. Mer means unit. Many units when joins, combines together, they form polymer. So this word made up of poly and mer. It's Latin word. But these polymer molecules having very high molecular mass, because for example, let us have one example of polymer, CH2 double bond CH2, N molecule. This is ethene. Ethene, and it gives CH2 double bond CH2 Polythene. You can say polythene or polyethylene. This is a monomer and this is a polymer. Monomer contains pi bonds. When this process occurs, this pi bond will break and chain becomes long and long. This process is called polymerization. Process of formation of polymer is called polymerization. It is one type of conversion from monomer to polymer. This is N is a degree of polymerization. Degree of polymerization. Means what? How much polymerization occurs? When this value of N remains up to 25 or less, it is called oligomer or low polymers. And when value of N will be higher than 25, it is called high polymers, heavy polymers. This heavy polymers at room temperature, it is found as solid. For example, this polystyrenes is heavy polymer, PVC is heavy polymer, and low polymer, when degree of polymerization will be lower than 25, up to 25, it is called oligomer, like Fevicol is oligomer. At room temperature, it is found liquid or semi-solid or semi-liquid. This repeating unit, how much time it repeats, it's called degree of polymerization. Now, we know that how much molecular weight of this molecule? 14 for 12 for one carbon, 12 for another carbon, total 24, 2 and 2, so total 28. But here many molecules, like 50 molecule of ethene join, then 50 multiplied by 28, this much molecular weight found for polymer. We know that due to this reason, very high molecular weights found for all polymers. How we can measure this? Do you know this thing? Anyone have some idea? See, when I ask you this kind of question, you have to memorize, you have to try to remember this thing. Okay. For this light scattering device found. This light scattering device is one kind of machine having some sample tube. You have to dissolve any polymer in proper solvent, and this solution you have to fill up in sample tube. Put this sample tube in this light scattering machines and start it. You find average molecular weight. For any polymers, we are taking average molecular weight because this degree of polymerization is quite important. It does not remain exact same for all molecules. It remains similar, not same. For example, 50, 52, 49, 48, 45, 55, these many molecules can combine and form polyethylene. So here, not fixed value of N. When value of N is not fixed, definitely its molecular weight will not be fixed. Remains change little bit variable. So, in light scattering device, this device displays average molecular weight of these molecules, and it is quite enough for our research, for our things. For chemistry, it doesn't matter that finding of exact molecular weight of each and every molecules is not important in polymer, not in case of polymer. See, I am not saying it is not important in carbon, hydrogen, no. It is quite important for atoms, but not important for polymer molecules. Okay? One more thing, polymers are quite useful material. As I told you that it can replace metals, it can replace wood. It have its own importance. For example, coating of this wire. See, it is copper wire. coated by polyethylene, one kind of polymer. So these polymers found some special importance, these pens. Before evolution of polymer, we are not able to prepare this kind of pens. Before many years ago, wood pens like fountain pens were used, this kind of pens, and it is having its own problem. But nowadays we have some polymer pens. Even you can find many things near about you. For example, this is made up of polymer. This resin material is made up of PVC. One more thing, these bottles, ink bottles, is made up of polymer. This kind of small bags, small and big bags. This is magic bags, you can close it. This is also one kind of polymer. So we have thousands of numerous examples of polymers. It is useful at many places. For example, these banners printed on a polymer material. Left it. This ink is a polymer ink. It is not a simple ink of any wood material dissolved in solvent, not like that. It is polymer ink. So these polymers are quite important. You can prepare explosive polymers. It can explode. You can prepare a polymers useful in preparation of cloth. You can prepare polymers useful in bulletproof jackets, bulletproof helmets. You can prepare this kind of materials from polymer. By some other polymers, you can prepare Bisleri bottles and this kind of bottles. Some of the polymers are useful in preparation of hair wig. Do you know, in pictures and many places we are using this hair wigs. This wigs made up of Dynel polymer, Dynel. So these are different polymers useful at many places. And let us have some more idea about these polymers. For more idea, we need some classification based on availability. So this is a polymer. Natural polymers, semi-natural or semi-synthetic, and synthetic. Natural polymer. Semi-natural. Or you can say semi-synthetic. Mostly semi-natural words less we are not normally using, but semi-synthetic word is more useful. And you can say synthetic. Polymer. What is mean of this all? Natural polymers found naturally. For example, rubber. For example, rubber is natural polymer. We are getting rubber from rubber tree, and rubber tree found where? Anyone? Can you think this thing in your mind? That rubber tree found at cold places like Himalaya, areas of Himalaya and nearby areas. And second, where very high humidity remains present for all days in a year. For example, Assam, then mangrove, then Australia, Malaysia. Here we are getting rubber trees. Make small cut on a rubber tree and put some vessel. After 24 hours, you get 4 or 5 liter milky rubber. It is like milk, not like rubber. Get this milk at your home. Add formic acid, HCOOH. So what happens when you add formic acid? Water will separate out from rubber. For example, in a milk, when you add some lemon juice in milk, what happens? Paneer will separate out. Same way, like paneer and water will separate out immediately. Same way, when in this milky rubber you add formic acid, so rubber and water will separate out. Get this mass, rubbery mass, and add some acetic acid, vinegar, into that mass. Vinegar works as a preservative. It will preserve rubbers because it is natural product, get destroyed in few days, 2 or 3 days. So we need to preserve it for a long time. So get this rubber, and after processing this natural rubber, you can use these rubbers at many places. Natural rubber in rubber band that we are using in our office, rubber band for papers. Second, childrens may play with balloons, of course. This balloons made up of natural rubber. Third, eraser. Eraser is also natural rubber. And one more thing, doctors, when starts operate anyone, it uses hand gloves. It is also made up of natural rubber. So natural rubber, it have its own importance, and this natural rubber is a polymer molecule. Natural polymers. We are not doing any process for development of chain. So this kind of polymer is called natural polymer, where you need not to have process any chemical process on that molecule. It is naturally useful as a polymer. Natural rubber. Another polymer, starch. Starch. All seeds contain starch because for initial growth it requires some energy in a seeds, and this energy is stored in the form of starch. So some starch is required in all kind of seeds. Starch is a polymer of glucose. When glucose molecules joins with each other and form a long chain, it can form starch, it can form cellulose, it can form glycogen. Do you know that when glucose increase in our blood, what happens? This kind of person is suffering with which disease? Diabetes, that we know. And what is a final solution for diabetes? Suppose some persons contains more sugar in their blood. What we need to do? Can we inject any chemical in those persons? Yes, insulin. This insulin converts glucose molecules in a proper chain, and this glucose chain is called glycogen. It's a polymer. This glycogen is not soluble in water or blood solution. So what happens? Glucose removed from blood and person can be saved by diabetes. So this glycogen is one kind of polymer. Cellulose is another kind of polymer. Cellulose, that you know what is cellulose? In wood, 50% cellulose. In cotton, 95% cellulose. What is a cellulose? Cell wall of any plant made up of cellulose. So this cellulose is also polymer of glucose. So glucose molecule, when joins in a one manner, it forms one kind of polymer. When they joins with another manner, it forms different kind of polymer. So manners change, polymer will change. Molecules change. When you change monomer, you will get another polymer. So these are natural polymers. I given you already some examples of natural polymers. Now let us go for semi-synthetic polymers. See, naturally available polymers do not have all properties that we require. For example, we require some hard material and natural polymer is soft. For example, I give you some example. A natural rubber is a natural polymer. Can you use for our vehicles, like for truck? Can you use truck tires by natural rubbers? No, because it is very soft rubber. So we need some process on this natural rubber, so it becomes hard, and this hard rubber is useful in our routine life. Which process anyone can remember? Have you remembered this I think you have studied this process in 10th. Vulcanization. Charles Goodyear discovered this process. When you heat natural rubber with sulfur powder, it becomes very hard. It is called semi-synthetic material. It is called vulcanized rubber. It is very hard, useful in truck tires, useful in our bike. You can prepare tires for any vehicles. Okay, so it is semi-synthetic. One more thing, cellulose. Cellulose, we know that cotton is 95% cellulose. Can we use cotton as an explosive? No, it cannot blast. But when you do some process, nitration with nitric acid, so cotton when mixed up with nitric acid and heated up to some time, you will get nitrocellulose. This nitrocellulose is useful as an explosive. You can blast it. For example, one classroom, one bus can be exploded by this nitrocellulose. Third thing, this cellulose directly is not useful in preparation of this kind of clothes. You cannot prepare. But when you do acetylation, add some acetic acid in cellulose, heat it for some time in acidic condition, what you get? Cellulose diacetate. And this cellulose diacetate is useful in preparation of cloth. So this is semi-synthetic. Means cellulose is a polymer, but it do not have all properties that we require. So we can modify the property by doing some process. So when you modify this natural polymer, it is called semi-synthetic polymer. When you do any kind of modification in property, in chain length or whichever, but when you do any modification on natural polymers, you get semi-synthetic. And now third, synthetic polymer. All we know that PVC, polyvinyl chloride, well-known polymer. I can show you some of the polymers. Sir, please, pipe. I show you PVC pipe. This is a PVC pipe. Polyvinyl chloride is one kind of polymer. We are not getting PVC from natural source. See, we are getting vinyl chloride. By joining of vinyl chloride molecules, we will get PVC. We will get this kind of material. Not by modification, by preparation we have got this. So this is called a synthetic polymer. PVC is a synthetic polymer because we got this PVC from monomers. You get it back. Then this is polystyrene. Polystyrene. Many of us knows that styrene is a liquid compound. When you do some chemical process of joining this molecule is called polymerization, and by this polymerization process we get polystyrene, polyethylene. This is a polyethylene. So this polyethylene is also synthetic polymer. So we can say that this is also example of polyethylene. This is also example of polyethylene. This wire cables. So these are made up from monomers. The process is known as polymerization. So whenever you prepare any polymers by monomers in a factory, in man-made place, then it is called synthetic polymer. I think our topic is over now. And for that, as I told you that our homework remains that you have to remember this whole thing. When you forgot one of them, again you have to listen this video very carefully. Get some ideas from your book also. In our books, when you refer these things, you will get all this. But the examples which I am giving you is not in your book. So for examples, you have to again use these videos again and again. At least 2 or 3 times, I think you should hear these videos 2 or 3 times, so that you can get idea of all. Thank you.